We've waited 7 long months, but the NFL is back. We'll see the ageless Tom Brady leading the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers and the return of Dak Prescott with his Cowboys. Next on Thursday night.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And we get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Giovani Bernard. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Brady to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Brady. They'll drop this off for Bernard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Brady now to throw. To Evans on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think think that right there he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's second down. And looking again for Gronkowski. He's got him this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they do. On second down, Elliott shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Here comes the offense again for the defending Super Bowl champs, who, Charles, return all 22 starters for the 2021 campaign, and they're trying to be the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots did it back in 03 and 04 with a quarterback named Tom Brady.
And this version of that quarterback expects this team to actually repeat as well. And boy, does he burn to make that happen, right? When you think about it, take the Patriots to back-to-back and take the Buccaneers, already immortal, he goes beyond that as well. And this team, the only thing that can stop them, complacency. And that won't happen with TB12 around.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Back on offense, here come the Dallas Cowboys. A 6-10 campaign for them, Charles, in 2020. And Dak Prescott coming off the injury. He's got the ankle to deal with. From the 31, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First down, Prescott. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Then more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in New Orleans, where it'll be the Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. Then on Sunday night, a good one to start the season. Bears and Rams from SoFi Stadium. Matthew Stafford's debut as an LA Ram. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The completion, but they go. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. From the gun, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Brady to throw again. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Brady to throw. Uses the stiff arm. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette punching it in from a yard away. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Succop for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Quarter of the season opener.
Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Randy Gregory.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored offense. I mean, 2 scores down. So. From the 24, Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And again, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Not much there, only a yard. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's Elliott. Complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. It's caught. Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Prescott. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bucs, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the